A good evening to you. Welcome to Obinna Show Live. Happy new week. It's a new week and mambo imeshaanza kuchemuka pale kwenye social spaces. Twitter is on fire, Instagram is on fire, Telegram sasa Brian Chira ameharibu. Mimi ame uninstalling Telegram. Mimi natoa Telegram. And also for the Telegram manufacturers, why do you have to announce to people my business? You just join everybody. Obinna just joined. Obinna, we know what happens on Telegram streets. Can we keep it on the low? Like WhatsApp, mtu ajui. Signal, mtu ajui umejoin. Instagram, mtu ajui unless you announce. Threads, X, Telegram una install tu hivi. Hey, everybody, Obinna joined. Amekuja kuona huku, kuona branchira. But welcome to the show. Tonight we actually have 3 shows for you. So the first show now, we have the second show with cartoon comedian, and of course the third show we have with King Kalala. So it's going to be a night full of escapades. But for this first episode, we are hosting a gentleman who has trended for the last 2 or so days. He was confident enough and he was man enough to come out and ask for help. And Kenyans being Kenyan, some of you started mocking, started laughing, started making jokes about it. But there are some Kenyans who have common sense, who actually sat down and said, wait a minute, boy child is hurting, boy child made 1, 2, 3 wrong moves, let's sit back, let's regroup. We are leaving no man behind, let's see how we can come through to help. And if you've helped him, thank you so much, God bless you. If you haven't, you should, because this can be your son, can be your brother, can be your husband, can be your dad, or even your grandfather, or your cousin, or even a relative, or a best friend, all right? So you have to look out for that. And for the boys out there, it's about time we start looking out for other boys. If you don't know who I'm talking about what Kimani?
Hey!
Kimani himself.
I agree with you about Telegram.
Yeah,
The whole shouting is unnecessary.
The whole shouting is unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm like, do you have to tell everybody that's just doing?
You're getting in Telegram, chini ya maji. And then when you uninstall it, they never tell people.
They never tell
Do you
people
know when you leave Telegram, ambiangi watu?
Yeah.
Hey, Obinna just left. No. Obinna is tired. But how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Uko Telegram.
No, I don't even have a phone.
But ulikuwa Telegram.
Nilikuwa. Yeah, nilikuwa najua. Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing fine.
Okay.
People are asking. It seems like a paradox
Okay.
to say that I'm doing fine when you ask me that now. But it's only that financially, it's only that I'm not doing well financially.
Okay.
And I've been talking to people today, and I told them I was a cat cornered when I came out to the public.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. I sat down with myself and I told myself, if I hadn't done what I did, I wouldn't be here on this show today.
True.
Nobody would have known that I'm suffering.
True.
And those who maybe got offended by me going public, they're like, would you have done what I would have asked you to do if I really came to you? I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. But why do you think people would be offended? Why would someone be offended if you go, guys, let's get it together, okay? We're doing some serious things over here. So get it together. Thank you.
I love this set.
Yeah, the set is good. These are my people, but kidogo tunapelekananga hivi alafu. Ukifika kwa biashara, beshamuna. Wanacheki. Fungueni tu mlango gently and then.
As a boss, you remind me so much of Larry Mado and the Trend. Yeah, I used to produce with the team.
Yeah.
And you remind me so much of those days.
The things that happen behind the scenes. Yeah, you have to be. Sometimes you make tough decisions for the product to be nice, but we are not here to talk about me.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about you. Why do you think some people would be offended if you come out and talk about the situation you're going through?
Well, I think it's because they feel a certain level of entitlement towards your life, because they have seen you grow up.
Yeah.
So they might feel you need to consult us before you do something.
Okay.
But everybody has their own journey.
True.
And everybody makes their own mistakes. And there seems to be confusion, and I want this to be clear to everybody. When you see somebody on TV, it doesn't mean they're earning millions. They're just doing their job, and everybody, sometimes you find that even the people who you think have so much money, they probably don't have as much.
No, nope.
Yeah, and if there's a more money, more problems. And even the person you're seeing with a big car, they have big car problems. Problems just become bigger problems. so it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Everybody has problems. It's not only being poor that makes you depressed. Sometimes being rich can also make you depressed.
The higher you go, the hotter it becomes.
Yeah, the hotter it becomes. And the more money you have, the more you have to lose.
Yes.
So you can imagine the fight never stops.
Yes, the higher the stakes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The stakes become so high,
Yeah.
and then the higher you go, the more enemies you have, the more people who don't want to see you flourishing, the more the people who look at you and say, I think you're trying to be a threat to me or to
People see you as a threat.
Yeah, people see you as a threat, and
Yeah.
it's
Fake friends.
it's hard. Yeah, you have fake friends, and it's hard to know. It's hard to know fake friends until you're in trouble.
True.
You know who's on your corner when you're in trouble. When you're really, but when things are going good, everybody's around. I've been in hospital for the last 1 year. I've been in hospital since I started going to hospital.
Yeah.
I've been in hospital for more than a year, continuously. I have missed everything. It's one lady the lady who brought me here. That's the one who told me about branch here. Bani, yes, Bani.
Yeah,
Bani is the one who told me about branch here. I don't even know who that is. I heard about other people who've been trending. I'm like, I get on social media and I don't get most of the memes because I've been in hospital. I've been in a confined space trying to heal for a very long time, and that just alienated me from a lot of people. And it's sad, but it's also true.
This is what I'll tell you off the cuff just before we begin. What you did was very bold and you're very brave. And actually, when I saw the video, I was like, right move. Because I'm pro-boy child. I'm not against girl child. I support girl child and everything in all aspects. I even have 3 daughters. But nobody is focusing on boy child. People are assuming boy child is okay. But the boy child that I'm interacting with, they are hurting, they are broken, they are confused, they are lost.
Yeah.
But they have nobody to talk to because wanaambia wewe ni mwanaume kangumu bro. Kangumu. So I talked to them, Obinna, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. So when I saw you talk, I was like, yeah, at least one is talking. And the more we start coming out, other boy children get to learn from our mistakes, from everything we've done wrong, so they don't repeat the same mistakes.
True.
Yeah, then we have a better society.
Yeah.
It's for the longevity of the society. So what I saw was very brave and good stuff. Kudos on doing that. And actually, let me now tell you something interesting. So when I reached out to you, I sent you a DM and I sent you an email.
Yeah, I love the way you were so simple and direct. You were like, 2 things, this and this.
Yeah.
Would I have had that from you if I hadn't spoken out?
No.
Would I have had, already today we've raised so much money, more than I expected.
Yes.
I now have money to register a company.
Yes.
I wouldn't have had that money today if I didn't speak out. And the people I would have gone to who would have gone, who might think that maybe you should have asked me first before you went to speak about it on social media,
probably could not have
helped me with that money. It's just chancing. It's the same thing. Both of them are the same thing. But I think the most important thing that I got from speaking out is, as you have said, a lot of people are suffering in silence. I have given up my number. People are calling me and we're having conversations about how depression has affected them. I was just talking to a lady in Nakuru. Her name is Omboi. She called me about it. She told me how she was depressed and unable to get out of bed and hurting. And you've talked about the boy child. Boy child is hurting. People are hurting and people are doing drugs just to stay high.
And the community is bashing you.
The community is bashing you. You get ostracized. You don't have a place to run. For those who don't have a place to run to, they just run to to drugs,
Yeah.
and they become, you become hooked on something, whether it's sniffing something, smoking something, drinking something. You find yourself drinking too much or smoking too much. There's a time I used to do almost more than a packet a day.
We will get around to that conversation as well. Yeah.
And it was so hard, and I need that to show everybody that, hey, don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence. Talk about it. Find someone to talk about it. I give you guys my number. When I have time, you can call. I can laugh and cry about such things. Yeah. And I found this is, I have benefited a lot from a lot of strangers and people I didn't know before who have now become friends. And they just met me somewhere, and we started a conversation, and they were like, we should have this conversation again. True. Because it's productive and it helps somebody get out of your, when you hear somebody else, when you listen to somebody else's story, it gives you confidence to even face your own, like, wow, I'm not alone in this. And you're not alone. I didn't even have, on that Saturday night, I slept outside. I slept in a ditch on Thika Road. That Saturday night, after doing that video, I slept outside because I was like, I didn't have money and I didn't have a phone. It didn't help that the money was not the problem, but I didn't have a phone. In Nairobi, to find somebody who's going to give you their phone, now here's my phone, call whoever you want to call. Yeah. That's a miracle. That lady, she helped me with the phone, and even she told me, unajua si watu wengi wanaweza kusaidia na simu vile nimekusaidia. And I was like, mami, kwa sababu umeniona tu mimi ni stranger, nimekuja hapo, nimekuambia unisaidie na simu, na ukanisaidia. Okay. And it really warmed my heart. But then I didn't have a phone of my own, like I can call somebody and they send me M-Pesa. And that's why I told people, even if you're sending me 1 shilling, that 1 shilling is going to help me. Because you never know. I could be stuck somewhere, or you could be stuck somewhere and you don't have a phone. And then somebody gives you a phone, you call somebody and they send you money, and then you can connect, you can take a matatu. Okay. So for me, I could have connected with matatu back to where I used to live, but then I didn't have a phone. Okay. And I'm in town. I don't know where to go.
So we're gonna talk about that day, because me, I saw you say there's a lady here, there's a very beautiful lady. I'm like, yo, bado wewe ni fisi na unataka kusaidia. There's a beautiful lady over here who has helped me with her phone. I'm like, focus, bro. Focus. You're seeing the beauty and you're hungry. I said, about food before. You need the energy. I like, look at this dude.
A man is still a man.
I was like, yeah, he's still a man.
A man is still a man.
Man, nigga. So we're gonna get around to that. But now,
mi siziona msichana mrembo nikose kumcompliment. Msichana tuko live.
Anywho, yes. So there are people who either are joining in, they're trying to follow the conversation our way because probably they've not seen what's happening. Yes. So I want us to take them back and then begin from why we're here. Yes. So you've been having a situation. Yeah. So let's give the headline. You've been on TV before. Yeah. The headline, then now we come to the beginning. So you've had a situation which was?
Bipolar.
You are bipolar. Yeah. Then you are addicted to?
I wasn't exactly addicted. Yes. I wasn't exactly addicted. I wasn't addicted. In fact, my doctors gave me that validation. Okay. When it's only one doctor who was, and I've been treated by many doctors over the last 3 years. Okay. It's only one doctor who asked me if I could consider rehab for the weed that I was using, but I told her I only use it in very small amounts.
That's what they say.
But it's true. It's true. And then
what's a small amount?
There's a difference between psych ward and rehab. Because rehab, you are treated because you have a dependency on something and you're unable to stop it. But for me, it was bipolar, which was triggered by drugs. Okay. So they were treating me for a condition that was being triggered by a substance.
Okay. Yeah. So you are bipolar And before that, you're taking weed
Yeah.
and cigarettes
Yes.
and alcohol.
Yes.
Okay. Then you lost your job or you left your job.
Yeah. I left my job. I resigned from Citizen
Yes.
back in 2020
Okay.
in February, but they took until July. This is July, yes. They took until July to accept my resignation.
Okay.
Because they knew that I was going through something. They knew that I was sick,
Okay.
and they didn't want to let me go without making sure that I'm making the right decision. But eventually, and in hindsight, now I know I was in a manic phase of bipolar.
Okay.
It was slowly, I had already gotten to the onset, but then on the mania side, because I was hospitalized. I was hospitalized shortly after resigning.
Okay.
So things were, you see with bipolar, when you're manic, you become like
Aggressive.
aggressive. You want
Yeah.
to take on things. You feel like you're God.
Yeah.
I can take on more projects than I can be able to do, and it's taking too much work. And then soon enough, you find yourself, you're so burnt out, and you start to resent. So, or you feel like you've played yourself. You feel like you can't be able to take on this load because you're doing so many things at the same time.
Yeah.
I was telling someone about the difference between overthinkers, and what's the other? I've forgotten the others. Those overthinking and having too much on your mind. People with bipolar are not overthinkers. They have too much on their minds. You have, right now you're talking about the DJ booth, the next second you're talking about that glass, the next second you're talking about the screen, the next second you're talking about, you're all over the place.
Okay.
But with overthinkers, you're thinking about that glass, but how many, all your thoughts.
Different ways about the glass. How is it made? Are the people who made glass, what were they thinking?
What if it falls?
Yeah, if
If
you
you
don't, like what if you drink the glass itself? Okay.
Yes.
So you had that one as well. Then you went to Kenyans.co.
Yeah, I went to Kenya as a CEO.
Stayed there for a while. Also left.
I stayed for one year,
Yeah.
and I left. And I got the same thing from my boss there, Robert. He didn't. He also was very concerned about my health.
Yeah.
And before I left, he was very supportive. In fact, I remember there's a time we had a conversation for almost 3 hours at the office.
Yeah.
When he was trying to convince me, you got it in you to do this show. You got it in you to produce the show as we want it to be produced. But then I didn't have it in me because I was very sick. I was very depressed.
Okay.
I had just broken up with the person I was dating, and things weren't going well for me. I was handling, you don't want to be, you don't want to be manic and depressed because the pendulum keeps swinging. When you have bipolar, sometimes you wake up and it's switched to depression all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And sometimes you wake up, it's switched to mania again.
Or you're happy.
Or you're happy.
Yes.
In the morning you woke up manic and you were feeling good. You're feeling like this is the day I'm going to do a lot of things. In the evening you come back so sad and so depressed. So you don't want to have that. And then you're in the middle of a breakup, and all of those things that just overwhelm you. And I was unable to do my job. I was very unproductive, and I'm glad that I took the steps that I took, because I wouldn't be sitting here with you if I hadn't done that. Because I went on a self-care, self-help journey.
Okay.
I wanted to find that essence in me, because with bipolar, and I have it being a genetic condition with me, I've always felt like I'm floating on air, emotionally, and it's like I'm not grounded. Somehow I'm walking, but I can't feel the ground emotionally. I don't feel like an adult, like this is what I'm doing here, and this is what I do as a person. This is who I am, and I'm going to stand on my ground. I've never felt that. But since about 2 months ago, not 2 months, actually it's about 1 month ago, when I finally got to the point of full insight, and the doctors were so happy. They were like, you're doing so well, and if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be fully recovered and you're going to be able to leave psych ward and you're going to be able to manage your condition outside of hospital. Yeah. And I was so excited.
Cool. Well, the story is yo. Like I'm just getting it up like mtasha kupiga story mpaka unaiona. Because you've spoken about the time when you woke up and the pendulum would be swinging on different sides. I've been there where it happened. There's a time when I was working at Kiss, when Kimani was still there. There's some mornings when I would show up, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
For like 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'm dancing, I'm doing what, and then after 1 hour it just shuts down, and then I don't want anybody to talk to me.
Yeah.
When the faders go up, we'll do the show, yes, but I just feel like shit, for lack of a better word. I just feel, and I don't know why. So now that you're speaking, I'm like, by the way, that is what was.
Yeah.
Anywho, today is not for me, so let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
Where exactly are you from? And how did you end up at Citizen? Tuanzie hapo kwa sababu sisi tulikujua ukifanya I hope you can get me on studio. It is very cold in the morning and I hope you've had your tea too. I'm like, yo. Unaniambia tukuje chai wewe tufanyie news. I've seen some funny clips.
It's traffic news. It's literally meaningless.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
meaningless
that's
TV.
True.
You can drink tea.
Kuna mtu amekaa kwa nyuma anaangalia traffic anasema hebu niangalie kwa TV traffic wanasema yes, Google Maps. Hello, gives you the shorter route.
I know, right?
You have arrived in your destination. Unaangalia uko hapa.
It was the most useless thing on TV. I don't even know why people used to love it.
Weather forecast. Kiangalia hapa juu kutakuwa na manyunyu na rasha. Hapa kutakuwa na anga za radi. Brother, kuna mtu amekaa, kesho kutakuwa na radi. Sasa nisivae red. Anywho, yes. So where are you from?
I'm from Muranga.
You went to school in Muranga?
Yes, I went to school in
Primary and high school?
Yes, I went, all schools in Muranga.
Where do you get your English from?
And imagine nilijipata tu ninaongea hivi Obinna. I swear.
Haujaishi majuu?
Mimi sijaishi majuu.
Wewe wacha bwana.
Wallahi,
Sijatoka. Mimi nilikuwa nakuangalia kwanza vile nilikuwa na kale kafro ukikwanga kenyans.co. Kwa kuya alikuanga majuu. Kama wewe si majuu basi umeenda USIU.
Nilienda Moi. Uko Eldoret kwanza, uko Eldoret.
Hii kizungu umetoa wapi?
Sijui, imagine nilijipata nikiongea hivyo. Labda kuma movie mob.
Bro, your English is
Thank you.
Kusoma news, kusema nini, kusema when you talk mtu ako like by the way, even the accent and the inaitwa intonations.
Yeah. I don't know. God just blessed me with something. I just woke up one day and I had this remotely American sounding accent. It's not American, by the way.
It's not American, by the way. I got it. It's
not American, by the way.
It's not American.
This is not how I talk.
This is how I talk. Bro,
I just found myself talking like
this. How could you funza?
Afana, see, it just came. But I think it came from a lot of reading and a lot of.
Mtu anasoma anapata accent.
Yeah, unaweza.
You're from Muranga. You're sure you're from Muranga?
I'm from Muranga, yes. Everybody.
Hujatoka Kisumu? Ask your parents. Kama iko professor. So, Muranga in primary, in high school also Muranga.
Yes.
Which high school?
Njiri school. Yes, I went to Njiri school. I'm an old boy of Njiri school.
Yeah, we get the point. Calm down. Wasalimia watu wa Njiri.
Watu wa Njiri school. But I also went to Karura Adventist. Karura SD.
Soma shule mbili high school.
Niweza
kusumbua kitambo.
Niliweza kweli. Hapo na mimi zikata.
And then you passed. Yeah. What did you get from 4?
I had an A-.
A-?
Yes.
Morning, okay. Moyuni Dani.
Nakugeria tu. Nakugeria mani. Moyuni.
Uliitwa ama ulijipeleka?
Niliitwa. Nilitumiwa barua.
Okay.
I was so excited when I received it. It was a dream come true. I had gotten exactly what I wanted. I'm a very decisive person.
Okay.
I already know what I want before I go for it. I chose journalism, more university, and I was like, this is what I want to do: communication and journalism.
That part of
And that's
decisiveness,
exactly-
I agree, because even in your plea, you spoke and then told people, I already have a business plan. I like this guy. I'm like, with me? I have a business plan. I'm like, bro, it's a brown envelope. Open.
It's actually, I came with it here.
Oh, you came with the business plan?
Yeah, I came with the business.
You're serious.
I'm walking around with it, and I got a potential business partner who I talked to today,
Good.
and they're interested in seeing what the business plan was all about, and we're meeting tomorrow. Still more people who want to help on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
So,
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Shark
So,
Tank.
more you knew Kateseka Eldoret kidogo?
Yeah, nikateseka Eldoret kidogo just for 1 year. My first year was very hard because sikuwa na help. I went to uni when I was 17. Sikuwa nimeturn 18. So
You are a sharp guy.
So
17?
yeah, so by the time I turned 18, ilikuwa a year after.
Okay.
So I really struggled with food and accommodation and everything during the
So
first year.
kuteseka hujaanza sahi.
I-
Inafaa kuwa umezoea, bro. You've been here before.
Okay.
You've been here before. You know
I'm
how
here
to
before.
navigate. You're like,
Yes.
oh, sleeping outside? I've been here before.
I've been here before.
Just look for a ditch.
But then don't sleep on the grass.
Yeah, don't sleep on the grass.
Look for the culverts. The culverts
at the-
the culverts are warmer. The culverts are warmer when you're
The
sleeping on
calvers
them.
are warmer.
Yes.
Sasa kuna mtu anatujaza anasema, you guys are making fun. Like, listen, we're supposed to make it lively. Yeah, you know. Ama unataka tuanze kulia, oh my God. So, kuteseka for 1 year, then help came through.
Yes, help came through really.
Okay.
Yeah, nilimaliza kulipa help yangu by the way. You guys pay your help. It helps the previous or the next generation.
Next generation. Okay. So kamaliza mo uni, the 4 years.
Yes.
Wewe kufanya 5.
I didn't do. I had to discontinue my degree in third year
Oh,
because I had so much going on, and
so much is.
so much. I
See,
I
help
was
may come through.
help will come through. Lakini nikiwa third year,
Yeah.
I got an opportunity to work at Nation FM. You remember when you guys used to do it with Anto?
Yes.
We were the next batch of people who came in.
Oh, after myself and Anto.
Yeah, so you guys and akina Anto.
Nyinyi ndio mlifanya tukavutwa kazi. Okay.
Sisi hata tulikuwa tunalipwa. Afadhali nyinyi mlikuwa.
Basi mbona mlikuwa mnaifanya?
Sisi tulikuwa tumetoka university. Sasa unalipa mtoto wa university na unampatia experience. Sisi
Okay.
experience tulikuwa tunapatiwa.
Buacha wachange battery yako kidogo hapa. Nasema mic imezima. Sasa amujakuwa mkimsikia. But sound iko sawa, kila kitu iko fiti, mko sure. Hebu tuonyeshe kwanza tuko Miale. Unajua tunashuti kitu live kama tuko Miale maze. This is the best place to be. Waonyeshe nyama, waone venye nyama. Yep, and we are back. All right. Sasa, CK, when he was talking, the audio was okay until when we changed the battery?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we just pick up from there.
Like some 15 seconds.
Okay. So tuliachia place ulikuwa Nation FM, umeninyang'anya kazi.
Afadhali wewe ulikuwa unalipwa.
Eh.
Sisi tulikuwa tunapatiwa experience bana.
But mbona you left school to come and get free experience? What's wrong with you?
I was...
You really loved media. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I got an opportunity to practice before I finished. I was like, hey, let me just first of all defend my degree and then I'll come back.
And then?
And now I'm planning to come back.
Oh, you didn't go back?
I didn't go back.
So you were at Nation for how long?
For about 6 months.
For free?
Yeah, but they used to take us home and give us meals in the evening. At least.
But don't worry, even me, I started my career like that.
Yeah, you get like a university student. Why are they? What reason do they have to pay you?
No.
You're not gonna get paid.
Yeah, but I started. The reason I'm telling you it's easy, I also started like that at Nation.
Yeah. You pick free gigs when
you start from there. Then
you start from there. Now you build up. Always jenga nyumba kutoka juu.
Yeah, foundation.
Foundation.
So you were there for 6 months. Then after that, where did you go?
After that, I went back to school. I went back to school for another, how many? 3 months.
Okay.
I finished 3.2.
Okay.
And then I went to Daily Nation after that. Actually, that's when we were in the middle of when they closed down the TV, the radio stations.
Okay.
One day we were on air. The next day we woke up and on TV. Stations have been closed.
Welcome to Jumanji. Ukarudi kwa gazeti.
Ukarudi kwa gazeti, yeah. Okay. I was lucky to be given another opportunity at Nation, by the way. And I'm grateful for it because if it wasn't for Nation, I wouldn't have been introduced to the world. If I didn't take that gig on Nation FM, I wouldn't have been introduced to the world as Kimani. Nobody would know who Kimani Mbugua is if I didn't take that opportunity, if I didn't take it seriously. Because there are people, we started as about 19 people, and very few people ended up doing what they love. Only a couple of us really made it in the industry because the rest of them were like, we're not benefiting with anything from this opportunity. But for me, I was like, I am on national radio and I'm 19.
Mama
what? I made it. I don't care if I'm being paid or not. This is what I've always wanted to do.
You get to listen to me and I'm doing what I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you end up at Citizen though? Because from Nation to Citizen, that's like a big leap of, like, I wanted that back in the day, but, well.
Okay, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that, but maybe you should consider going there.
To Royal Media?
Yeah.
No, I should.
Why haven't you taken
subject to discussion?
It's subject to discussion.
Bado inaongelewa mahali. So wacha tusichome because maadui wamekaa hivi na ile mshale ya kuchoma. Amesema anaenda wapi? So before achome penye tuna nini, wacha tuicheze chini for now.
Yeah, ni kweli. But I would advise anyone, take that first gig in your industry. Don't usikatae kazi. Hata mimi wakinita nifanye broken news sana, I'll go back.
You go do it.
Hata Nation wakisema kuja tufanye whatever we want us to do, I'll take it. I'll be like, yeah, don't be proud. Mkulima achagui jembe.
So Nation finished, did Daily Nation until the end, ama you resigned?
I did Daily Nation for as an internship, and there were 2 internships. One, because the internship was open for the person. The internship was open for somebody to be hired for that position. So you start as an intern and then you get hired in that position. Okay. And I also did it for my schoolwork.
Okay.
So I went to work. I went to my internship as part of school and also as part of work. So I ended up being hired, but in a different department. I ended up being a digital producer. I was doing a bunch of things. I was a digital producer for a magazine, a pull-out magazine called My Network. I think Walishaitoa. There's a day when I was in hospital, I had a Friday paper and I didn't see My Network. I don't know why they removed it. But I was doing digital videos for them.
Okay.
and still writing stories. There's a time I did, my first story was about comedy, by the way. It was about comedy. I featured Dr. Kingori and Butita, and there's another guy called Professor Chochi and somebody else who I can't remember.
Okay.
I featured them as my first story on Daily Nation, and then that was part of it. Then after the internship ended, now they took me up at NTV. They gave me a contract. They gave me a professional contract. I wasn't being paid that much, but it was such a fulfilling job because I was doing what I love. I was a producer on the trend. I was a digital producer. I was doing digital videos. I was doing an array
That's
of
Nation
things
for you. Nation, you do a lot of things. Nation unajipata na wewe ni driver. Sema mimi niko kwa TV lakini mimi ndo driver kudrop wase home jioni.
But it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. They give
it's
you
experience.
have, yeah, it's
360.
Yeah, it's 360 experience.
it's
like
360.
when you work at Nation, Nation is the place you go to get prepared for
the world.
For the world.
Yep.
You get sharpened because you can work anywhere after Nation. Yeah.
True. Me, when I left Nation, I knew how to balance a lot of things.
And then you meet people like Jimmy Gathu there at Nation, and like you have access to a lot of talented people. So for me, that's where my career was launched, and I'm so grateful.
So you stayed at Nation for how long?
For 2 years.
Then you left.
Yes, for Citizen.
You are poached.
Yes, I was poached by Citizen.
Ooh, big boy. Citizen. You never poached me, man. You wouldn't want to talk to me. I was never poached for Citizen.
I think there's something about being poached that gives you a lot of validation for what you're doing.
Yeah, make me feel bad about myself.
No, I'm not making you feel bad about yourself. I'm just saying.
But being unpoached,
Obinna, you're
being
doing
poached
good.
gives you validation. Being unpoached. Being unpoached tells you, bro, you ain't shit. In a soft way. They're like, yeah, we see you, but you didn't make the cut.
Well,
so they bump up the pay. They're like, what's up, bro? Ni nani alikupoach by the way? Who spoke with you akakwambia?
The HR. You see, the thing about media is if you're doing good, everybody knows it.
Everybody,
and the HRs are watching. The headhunters are there. They'll be like, you want this person? Here's their number. They're like, this I see you on TV. They're like, we want this person. They'll ask for your number and they'll pay you whatever they.
So kaitwa salary kakwa doubled ama tripled.
Let's not talk about that.
No, see, we just want to know. We don't know how much it was. Just know, is it double, triple, ama ilikuwa kateno?
Ilikuwa mzuri. Ilikuwa mzuri.
Kula unono.
Acha niseme, niliona pesa nikashtuka.
Ukahama mwiki.
Sikuhama mwiki. Sikuhama mwiki. Bado nilikuwa naishi mwiki. Wallahi.
No, for real, ulikuwa naishi wapi?
Nilikuwa naishi Mwiki, Santon.
Kwa serious, ulikuwa naishi Mwiki?
Nilikuwa naishi Santon,
I just joked up. I was okay. Jesus. That's you. So haukuhama Mwiki? Ni nyumba tu lichange lakini
nyumba tu lichange. Tulikuwa naishi kwa kabetsita na best yangu. My best friend is called James. Tulikuwa naishi kwa kabetsita fulani hapo. Kalikuwa kana flood. Unataka kuwa na maji. So sometimes unafungua unaacha tap ikiran labda unapata there's a time tulifloodiwa, imagine tulifloodiwa kama mara mbili.
Mattress zina float tu.
Unaingia tu kwa unapata tu unaikalia kama boat.
So mkana first floor.
Tukatoka hapo tukaenda nyumba nyingine. Sasa ilikuwa nyumba kubwa sasa.
One bedroom sasa. Sasa tuwasumbue. Warembo high. Warembo mwe. I'm on TV. Citizen baby. Hapo ndio ukaanza kufanya news za chai.
Sasa
hapo ndio kiburi ilifika ukaanza kufanya. Hey, yo, let me ask.
Yes.
This Ninis, you are doing the antics. Let me call them antics.
Yes.
Because I also did a few at Kiss. I was dressing in different ways. Some people didn't get it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So when you're doing those, I'm sure some old cats didn't get it. They're like, why you just be serious?
The old cats really love that.
Oh, the old cats loved it.
They loved it. They used to love it. In fact, I was doing it for them. Because they were like, tufanya tunapenda sana.
Mjuri ongeza yeye pesa kidogo. Patia yeye holiday.
Unakunywa chai kwa show them
Kunywa chai kwa TV.
Unakunywa chai kwa TV.
Kikombe ya mabati. Kijana ako mulilo. So you did that. Yeah, traffic. Which other antic did you do that you are very...
Did I do...
You climbed on top of something.
On top of a car. When I was doing traffic. Yeah, traffic, you see, we used to have a traffic truck. I was given a truck. That's how good traffic news was at Citizen. They gave us a traffic truck. We used to have a truck in your traffic. Every driver of traffic. I used to have a driver for traffic every single morning. And we used to be so productive because we have a cameraman and every morning.
Yeah.
So at 6 tuko kwa barabara. Sisi tunaamka mapema naamka 4:30 at 5 I'm at work.
Yeah.
Tuna plan routes zenye tunaenda. And we used to do sometimes we used to do more than one link.
Okay.
At some point we used to do just one link, but then comprehensive. But then there's the other times we used to do many links within an hour.
Yeah.
So we would move from Jogoo Road, and the many links within an hour were good because we used to do Jogoo Road and then we would move to Ngong Road. By the time, so that to show people like this is how long it took for us to come from Jogoo Road to Ngong Road. So I really enjoyed it.
It was nice.
It was fantastic.
At what point did you decide you want to leave now? Kenyans pia tena walikupoch. Niambie walikupoch. Ni resign kwa hii kazi sahi. Kenyans walikupoch. Because uli resign, I know you are going through something,
yes.
But when you are resigning, did you already have the deal for Kenyans? Or you're just resigning out of...
In all honesty, I'll be honest with you. When I was resigning from Citizen, I did not have another job.
Yeah. Hey. Mi nilikuwa huyu amepochiwa na kila mtu, man. I'm like, hey, nobody's poaching me, man.
I did not have another job.
Okay.
But immediately after that, the moment the industry is small.
Yeah.
So the moment they had that I had left Citizen.
Word got out
that I had left Citizen, Robert called me.
What's up, bro?
Robert is a fantastic guy. He just called me and was like, come through.
Come through.
We have space for you.
Ukaingia huko pia.
Yes.
Wakakwambia what are you doing now? Because hapo wezifanya traffic. This is an online platform.
Yes.
Na wana gari ya traffic.
I was doing Speed Feed. There was a show called Speed Feed. Yes, Speed Feed is... If you go to my Instagram, I have... There's some videos I've put of Speed Feed.
Yeah.
So we used to do a combination of news. Like a lot of news that has happened during the day. Okay. And then we'd have a ticker on the left side. Okay. On the right side that showed the news items, and then when I'm talking about the news item, it's highlighted. So we go from like one topic to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So it was Speed Feed. The idea was to go through so many news stories in the shortest time possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
The money, was it same as Citizen?
Even higher.
You
don't go down.
Sasa ukahama mwiki sasa. We wacha.
Nikahama mwiki.
Ukae, thank God. Mimi nafikiria kwani we what up with you and mwiki?
Nikaenda Ngong Road.
Mabosi. Leafy suburbs nayo ukaingia Woodley.
Nikaingia Woodley.
For real. Ujani mangalia. Ngong Road, Woodley, Jamhuri.
No, si Woodley. Ni
kwa nenda wanye.
Nitwaje hiyo place.
Because kuna Kibera. Kuna Jamhuri, kuna Woodley.
Jamhuri.
Then kuna Dago. Kuna then kuna Karen. Nitoke huko.
Nimesahau hiyo jina yake. Nimesahau jina hiyo place.
But ukaenda sasa kwa 2 bedroom.
It was a 1 bedroom, but it was very spacious.
You still moved with your best friend? Ama sasa ukamwambia wewe baki.
My best friend didn't move with me.
Kwambia wewe mwiki.
Alibaki. Yeye alikuwa anapenda mwiki. Yeye alikuwa anapenda mwiki sana bana. James alikuwa anapenda mwiki sana.
Kasonga peke yako.
Mimi kasonga peke yangu.
Yes.
Yeah, but that I was dating someone, then we used to live together.
We fall in love.
Nearly fall in love.
Mapenzi. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. So you were at Kenyans, then why did you leave Kenyans this year?
I felt I wasn't okay. I wanted to...
You left your own volition?
Yeah, at my own volition.
Okay.
And I'm glad that Robert allowed me to leave because he although it was a hard-fought resignation because he believed that I could still be able to manage, but from my point of view,
Well, it's too
I
much.
was drained. I had drained my soul of everything. So singeweza kuendelea.
Okay. Let's go back to Citizen. Then we come to, let's go Nation, Citizen, Moi, Nation, Citizen, Kenyans.
Yes.
This whole journey you're doing,
Yes.
at what point did you start noticing bipolar? Then what time did you start smoking weed? Then what time did you get into alcohol and cigarette? You said you are having like a whole packet in a day.
Yes.
Those how many cigarettes?
The 20 plus cigarettes.
Bro, you are
a
a
day.
chain smoker. And
Yes,
you're
I
still
was a
saying
chain
you're not
smoker.
addicted. You're just saying
Well-
you're just abusing it. You're just not addicted.
No, not weed. With weed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get, how did you get into this? Then now that the bipolar came from the drugs.
You see, when you have bipolar, you don't notice it.
Okay.
You don't notice it until it matures fully, and then you have an onset.
Okay.
You can only look back and say, and you start relating. And now for me, now that I'm okay, I look back and I see. Now I understand what was happening here. I understand what was happening here. There's so many instances in your life you can check out and understand. I went into this relationship too fast. The relationship moved too fast because I was manic and I felt like this is how the world should be, and I will get married as fast as possible. Like, why do we have to wait for another year or for a year or 8 months for us to get married? Why don't we just get married now? It's like you're reckless, you're making dangerous decisions, you're spending a lot of money on useless things, and now you can only see that in hindsight, because when you're there and you don't know that you have bipolar and it's right at the onset, the most common feeling that I get is I never felt grounded. I think I repeated this.
Yeah.
I never felt anchored
I'm here,
on something.
I do this, I
Yes.
belong.
Yeah, and growing up, I went to a bunch of primary schools because my parents had a difficult relationship when I was growing up, and I went to a bunch of primary schools. So I've always felt like every environment is very transient for me. So I have learned to adapt to new things, but then I realized that is childhood trauma that I haven't dealt with. I want to feel, yes, this is who I am, and this is what I do. I understand myself as a person, because when you're bipolar, you need to focus. You need the cure for bipolar, by the way. It's one of the cures is to focus your mind on something, learning how to be laser focused on something. If you have distractions, because that's what bipolar 1 tends to be, you're so distracted, you're doing almost everything at the same time. When you focus all your attention on one thing that excites you, like it's giving me this. I've looked at this logo of your show. It's so beautiful, by the way. And if I look at it, I focus on this and like, there's so many things I can learn from this logo. Like like I can see the colors. How do they design this? Is it 3D? How do they? It looks so beautiful. So instead of looking at this Obinna Show live, and then the next thing I'm looking at the camera, can I start a camera manufacturing company, or can I go into the hotel business?
All over the place.
Or you're all over the place. Learn how to focus, and that's what I have learned. And heavy smoking came with, my brain wants a lot of dopamine because you want to maintain that high. And you can't always be high. You want to have, life has both ups and downs. So you have to manage them. And that's why they give you mood stabilizers when you have bipolar. And they're very expensive meds, by the way. One tablet costs 85 shillings. I was at the chemist yesterday to ask for medicine, to buy medicine. And they were like selling me one tablet at 80 bob for a mood stabilizer. And it's serious medicine, because you need to stay in shape until the doctor tells you now you can stop taking your medication. And that's a very hard journey, because you have to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you'll never be out of bipolar, by the way. If you don't cultivate personal discipline, you're not going to get out. And smoking, you know it's a bad habit. I was smoking a lot.
Who introduced you to smoking?
I imagine I introduced myself.
You just bought a cigarette and started?
Yes. Apple, the first time I bought a cigarette was, there's a shop outside the gate at Citizen.
Yeah.
I went to the lady there. She's called Jerry. I told her, Jerry, nipatie sigara. I was like, Kimani, unataka kujifunza kuvuta sigara eh? And I was like, wewe nipatie tu sigara.
Nimetumwa.
Niambia tu wewe nipatie tu sigara. And I went and smoked it and I was like, okay. It gave me a head rush. I was like, nilinyongwa kiasi. And then I was like, okay, so that's a cigarette. That's what.
But this time you're already using weed.
No.
Oh, but each time you kuanza weed.
Sikuwa nimeanza weed.
Oh, so you started with the cigarette.
It started with a cigarette. But before that, I had done weed before in 2014. And I had a very bad episode. A very bad high episode with paranoia. And I felt like my heart was beating out of my chest. It happened to me twice. In 2014 and in 2018. So I just decided to stop with weed.
Ulivuta na mabeshte?
Peke yangu tu.
Hey,
I was somewhere in Murang'a.
You just go by yourself. Wacha tu leo nijaribu bangi.
Ndio.
Unakaa chini unakiseti. Ha.
Nikaenda nikabai na nikakaa chini nikakiseti.
Ulijuaje hata penye inabaiwa?
Si uko Gishagi unajua
you guys know who are the pennies.
Gishagi everybody knows everybody in the village. Yeah. You know vijana wanakonga hapa wanavutanga bangi hapa.
So ukaanza.
Hey, and then not even the paranoia wasn't as much as
the heart falling out of your chest.
The heart falling, beating out of my chest.
Unaicheki. Unaona roho yangu.
Yeah.
Ukasema never ever.
I never ever.
Then ukapose. So now you are back on cigarettes.
So now na nikatumia tena 2018 kidogo tu
tena.
So
what took you back to take it back? Haukumbuki roho?
Nakumbuka.
Haupendi roho yako.
You know, today I was in the hospital for my clinic and there's a psychologist who just told me straight up, Kimani, you're the most foolish person I've ever met.
Why did they say that?
And I was like, that is true. It is. It's hurtful, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, Kimani, you're the most foolish person I've ever met.
Yeah.
How do you know you have bipolar and you go and do drugs? It's like, kwani ujipendi?
Let me tell you a very short story.
Yes.
Kidogo tu. So I don't do any drugs, not even alcohol. The reason is, bro, mini cheesy.
Naturally. Venye uko.
So my dad told me when you have one puff of weed, it stays in your brain for 7 years.
Yes.
Then I told my dad, there's someone who smokes weed in our school. We used to call him Kanga. He was from Kanga High School. He was a genius in mathematics and physics. I was like, me maths na physics naona giza. Boy hii bangi nadhani anafanya nuna. Akanambia, listen, there are some nuts in your head. Ukismoke, the trick is normally to know gani itafungua. Inaweza fungua ya wenda wazimu, uanze kutembea uchi. Ifungue ya genius, ifungue nini. Nikasema, we. Then I got afraid. I'm like, so today if I'm high, how will I behave? So the same thing the doc was looking at you. He's like, bro, you know you're bipolar.
Yeah.
Why are you still smoking weed? Like, that's your weed right there. Like, your weed is in your condition.
You already have weed.
Nika kuna ugonjwa wa sukari na bado unalamba sukari nguru.
It's pre-installed. Iko. When it's cheesy.
Yeah, when it's cheesy, like.
That makes the two of us.
Yeah. So don't deal like me. I've been afraid. My mother's like, I see my guys like weed. I'm like, hey. The day I will smoke this thing in my backfire.
Hey, uta collect papers Obinna.
Bro, there's a cheese hivi munda. Hey, guy, ataleni Obinna. Mimi mkiniona hivyo mjue nimerogwa. Yeah, so don't come away with cheesy.
Yeah.
Because of what you're doing. So, you're in cigarettes.
Yes.
Tumerudi kwa weed. How, why, where?
I went back to, you know, cigarettes are a gateway drug.
Yeah, true.
You start smoking, you want to smoke the strong one. That's why weed is called sigara kubwa.
Kwanza kuzivuta mbili kwanza. Niambie ukijaribu hiyo kitu. Umevuta sigara ukajaribu mbili ama tatu hivi at the same time. Come on, man. Think about it. See, you want the head rush. Sasa umevuta moja. Ulika chini unaniambia.
It's not
bad. Sasa something stronger. Sigara kubwa.
Sigara kubwa.
Sasa weed. Angalia roho. Ukarudi kwa ile Morio. Hii sasa ni Ngong Road. Sasa unaishi Ngong Road.
Yes, naishi Ngong Road.
Ukatoka ukaenda kutafuta weed ama pia ulikuwa umejua who's selling it?
Sinajua When you want
Wenye
something,
uko na connect. Hey bro, I need your contact. Me and husband and then a weed where I'm like, who could I?
Congratulations, by the way. If you're in this industry and you're not doing drugs,
Yeah.
good for you. You're doing good for yourself. I'm so happy for you. And this is
You're coming there, bro.
thank you.
You're coming there.
Thank you.
Don't. We'll discuss
One
that
step
on
at
the
a time.
side. Yeah, one step at a time. Don't be
yeah.
too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
One step at a time. Leo, let's laugh.
Yeah.
Let's talk so that someone can watch and learn something. But baadaye will follow through baadaye.
Yeah.
Haya, ukaenda ukanunua weed.
Yeah.
Ya pesa ngapi?
50 bob.
Ya 50 ni ngapi?
Shash.
Umenipoteza kidogo, but I take that's maybe one roll or something.
Unajua shash?
No. Mi usikia kishash kwa bash. No, is smoking weed.
Kishash ni foreign. It's like foreign weed. I think it's Ethiopian.
There's Ethiopian weed in Kenya.
Yeah.
So inatoka Ethiopia inaletwa.
Si ndio?
That's the government.
I hear that's where it comes from.
Oh, I get it. Kwa grave ya Haile Selassie. Kwani hujaisikia hiyo story? Why you guys laughing? You've never heard the story that weed ilipatikana kwa grave ya Haile Selassie. Na huko ndio sasa ile ikitoka hii imetoka kwa grave ya Haile Selassie, sasa hiyo ndio ile more fire.
Serious?
Yeah.
I've never
Atukivuta
heard of
nafanya
that.
watu. Okay, he has done this. So, ukachukua kishash from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Kaenda kwa nyumba. Ama ulivutia tu kanda barabara.
Nikajiseti.
Kwa hao?
Eh. Ile feeling ya heart beating out, nikasema maybe I was just high. I was just getting high. Nikasema maybe I'll try and conquer this feeling. So nikaanza kusikia, I'm like getting electricity, mini Spider-Man. Nimeanza kutransform. Alafu ma delusions sasa zinakujia, unaanza kusikia sasa you're being called to do things by the universe. You're the chosen one.
The universe has been speaking.
Which is the experience of every crazy person. You feel called to do everything and nothing at the same time. Na hiyo ndio ugonjwa sasa.
Na feel when Thanos.
I feel really
kuna infinity rings zote.
Finally niko na infinity stones. I'll figure it out. I will finally unite the world under a government that will be under me.
Yo. Imewaka. Zimeriet.
And then unajambia so and so is my girlfriend. So and so is my real father. So and so is my real mother.
Ayopa ukusema Ambare ni demu yako.
Nani?
Ambare, juu hapo tutakosana.
Ambare.
Bangi yako ayopa kupeleka kwa Ambare.
Ni mwingine by the way. Na yuko ID lakini alini block.
Nani yo?
Hapana sitakwambia ni nani.
Sema tu.
Sitaki kuharibu.
Sitaki
kuharibu.
Si bangi zilikuonyesha ni demu yako.
Hapana, sitaki.
Ni nani?
Hata sitafanya hivyo. Hapana.
It's fine. So unaona ni Superman, how did you get out of this universe?
Yeah, you try and
situation.
Get out. It's hard.
No, hii siku hii unavuta. We are here kwa hii siku first of all. You
Yes.
umejirudisha kwa bangi after a long break.
Yeah.
So how did you cool off? Ama what happened? Ulikata kwa nyumba mpaka ikaisha?
I don't think I ever cooled off from that point.
Oh.
From that point I was on a roller coaster that used to go up.
So just buy smoke.
Buy smoke.
And alcohol?
Alcohol, I don't know. Smoking weed made me cut back on alcohol.
Oh, you're having alcohol before?
Yeah, I was taking alcohol before, but when I started smoking weed, I started thinking the weed is giving you a higher high.
Na pia
na pombe si hata si expensive. Nilikuwa na do hiyo time hata ya kubai pombe. It's only that I wanted to get higher quicker.
Okay.
You see, like, naona pombe inakulewesha pole sana.
Yeah.
Nataka kuvuta weed niende juu
kabisa. Haile Selassie one man. I
most high.
Boom.
Boom. Hiyo ndio kitu yako inafanya. Boom. That was the sound of your brain cells exploding.
Yeah. At this point when you're doing all these things,
yes.
Nothing told you, ama you never felt, hey, you guy, are we not losing direction? Ama you are just...
It's very normal to you, by the way. It's
so you
normal.
don't feel, you don't...
You can only see these things in hindsight.
Okay.
At that time, gari yako inanga side mirror.
Friends.
Na hainanga brakes. It's only accelerator na accelerator ni ya kumove mbele, ya kusonga mbele.
Friends, nobody saw you and told you, hey bro, you need to check on this.
Of course they see you and they tell you that, but then you're like,
hawanitaki mazuri hao, hawajui raha.
si ati hata hawanitaki mazuri. You don't even care about what they're saying because you know what you know the world you're living in,
Yeah.
and you know they're not part of it, or they become enemies.
They're not
in
chosen
that world.
by
They're
the
not
universe.
chosen. Exactly, they're not chosen by the
outsiders.
universe. They're outsiders.
Yeah.
And that's what every crazy person sees. Everybody else is an outsider.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an internal situation.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get your girlfriend when you're still in this whole set for alcohol, weed,
Yes.
cigarette?
Which
That's
is
when
so,
you fell in love.
Yeah, which is so sad. I feel my relationship with her was the right thing at the wrong time.
Okay.
That's why it didn't work out. Because I was delusional, I was psychotic, and all kinds of acts. And I just feel bad for her because
Why did you meet?
she didn't get to see the
good side.
the good side
The
of
kind
me.
guy, hardworking.
The kind, hardworking, loving Kimani. Because that's who I am. I'm a good boyfriend, by the way. I don't try and hide that.
Yeah.
When I get into a relationship, I'm very serious about it. So I'm the boyfriend types. The relationships. Wale vijana tu ulikuwa na high school sijui na wana date, and they have been doing very well in their relationships.
Yeah.
I'm that type of guy. I don't try and hide it, but it's
Where
unfortunate.
did you meet her? How did it begin?
At a PR event.
Okay.
We met at a PR event, and
Ni aje mrembo, kanamba nini nini.
we started dating shortly after that.
Hey, ulisonga tu nayo. Yenyewe umesema you're very decisive.
I mean, the decisive direct.
Ulimwona ukasema ni huyu.
See, I don't beat around the bush. I just say.
Si umenilike. Na mimi
Na mimi
nimekulike.
like.
So tuna like
yeah.
Then she was also not in a relationship. Started beautifully.
Yeah. Started beautifully, but shortly, like, we only had like 1 month, 1 or 2 months of the good days.
Of honeymoon
Of the honeymoon era,
Yeah.
or the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
But shortly after that, we began to fall apart. And
But you guys moved in together. Kwani muli move in together the first week?
no, we moved in together after like 6 months.
So you're moving in together, but you know already you guys are not good. So why were you moving in together?
Not really. It's, you see, what I've just told you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you something I saw in hindsight.
Okay.
But when I was in the thick of it,
Okay.
it was not that I couldn't see that. None of us could see that because we were just like, we're two people in love and we're trying to fight for our love. So even when it gets hard, we still ride for each other. Yeah.
Don't give up on me.
Don't give
I
up
don't give
on me.
up on you.
I won't
In
give up
fact,
on you.
let's move in together. Let's
Yeah.
make this love stronger.
Let's make this love stronger.
Moved in together, mapenzi kofiti.
Yeah.
At what point did it start to fall? Ile saa when ulikuwa unaona hiyo, when you are there ukasema, hii ama yeye akasema hii, yeah, I use make. What happened?
I think
Do you remember?
it's when you feel like when one person stops trying. When one person stops trying, and I can say with certainty that at one point I stopped trying. I stopped trying to fight for the relationship as much as she was. So because I was so depressed, I was like, now you have to choose. It's either you focus on this depression and how you're going to get out of this depression, or you focus on the relationship, and something had to give.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I chose to focus on the depression because it felt so bad. I was so depressed, man. I remember in my diaries I was writing about it. I was like, this is a dark night of the soul. Like, I don't, like, you feel dead and alive but dead.
You had a good job.
You have no energy to do anything.
You have a good woman.
I have
You
a good job. I'm being paid very well.
A good woman
I have a
supporting
good woman
you.
supporting me.
Bright future.
Bright future.
But you're depressed still.
But you're depressed as hell. You're waking up in the morning and then you're like, why am I seeing another day? Why didn't I just die in my sleep?
You had those thoughts.
Yeah. You're like, why did I wake up even? I like, I'll try get through this day.
Did you try to self-harm?
No, I never
Did you
tried to
think about it?
self-harm,
Yeah.
but I was passively trying to do it. You know, like, what's the quickest way to die? Smoking so many cigarettes. That, hence the cigarettes I told you. So the cigarettes come in handy. So when you're smoking a pack a day, it's like,
Getting closer to
yo, my man, you want to get to death so fast? Why are you smoking a packet of cigarettes a day? That is dangerous behavior. Yeah.
Where? She didn't try to support you, be there for you?
She did what I can. Michelle did everything. Michelle did what she had to do. She did everything. You know, she tried to support me. She gave it.
She did her best.
Yeah, she did her best. Even I don't blame her for leaving, because when your partner has stopped trying to try,
Yeah.
it's pointless.
So when you guys agreed, choose one, then you picked to work on the depression side. That's when you decided.
No, we didn't agree. This is my body telling me. It's my body telling me now,
Oh,
because
it was not a conversation.
it's not a conversation we had. That's my body that was telling me, you choose the depression or your marriage.
You guys were married?
Yeah, we had an
married.
agreement. We had an agreement.
Okay.
It's actually something that's there in the law. You can have an affidavit marriage. It only lasts for like 1 year, and you have to renew it every year. So we did that. And
Pause. You can renew marriage every year.
no, it's an affidavit that you sign. Mostly it's signed when couples are looking for.
You're missing the point.
When you're not.
You renew your marriage every year. It's legal. Team officer, team. You finally get me. I'm like, what? You can renew your marriage every year? Every year, me marrying somebody new. I'm about to marry me some couple of women. And I'm married 1 year, I'm like, I don't see me renewing
Go
this
ask
contract.
your lawyer for an affidavit. It's something.
Yandoa.
Yeah. You can sign an affidavit as long as you've done a traditional thing. A
Not
traditional
saying I'm never gonna get married, but now. No. I'm about to get married. We about to eat some cake. Somebody's door about to get heartbroken after 1 year. Yeah, but at least you're smiling and laughing. That's a good sign. Yeah. So you guys had the affidavit, and then ukakata kurenew.
Hata nilikuwa hata sikuwa you know, like I was so depressed. Hata hiyo si kitu nilikuwa nafikiria mimi. Okay. I just wanted to sleep. I was sleeping all the time. When I'm not at work, I was just sleeping. The weekends come and, you know, she's like, can we get out of the house and go do something? I would take her to the spa, do her nails, or to the mall for shopping. And those moments, she used to get me out of the house. Yeah. At least I used to feel good. You know, I've gotten out of the house. And it was work, literally. Like, before I get out of the house, she had to like take my clothes, just fold my clothes and lay them on the bed. Like, these are your clothes, so we need to go for shopping. Just when you need to go shower, put on these clothes. We get out of the house, go shop and come back. It was. Alijaribu.
Then did she leave the house? When this was happening, Ama, did you leave the house? Ama, how did it end?
I left the house.
Oh, you left the house?
Yeah.
The one in Gong Road?
Yes.
You told her?
Of course, yeah.
How did she take it?
It was a bit of a chaotic ending.
Okay.
But we managed it well. She apologized later for what happened during that day.
What do you mean chaotic?
Well, let's just say.
Ulirusha vitu zake nje?
Apana.
Did you get physical?
No, nobody got physical.
Got abusive?
No, nobody was abusive or anything.
Then why was it chaotic?
It's just drama. It's just we were arguing in front of people.
Oh.
It's like, you know, we had neighbors come and try to reconcile us, but then shouting at each other. In fact, we were just having nasty fights, and
Now, when you look back at it, do you see, like, was it even worth it? The argument on that day.
When you look back at things, when you look back at things from the vantage point of time,
Yeah.
you start to appreciate the good things instead of seeing the bad things. Because now, when 2 years ago, this is 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now.
Okay.
When you were when I was in the thick of it, I couldn't see anything positive about the relationship of the marriage. But then now that I'm here, I'm like, yeah, I learned lessons about love, and I'm like, I made mistakes, and I'm not gonna make those mistakes again.
Yeah.
When I find somebody new, I'm not going to make these mistakes again. I'm going to go into the relationship with intention. Yeah.
True. So she left. You remained heartbroken because you had mentioned earlier you are going through a heartbreak.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
But you're the one who chose yourself.
Well, anyway.
With time you realize...
any breakup suck. Whoever,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who breaks up with who. It hurts both. It hurts both of you.
I disagree with you. It hurts the one who loved or the one that was in love. Trust me, there's some relationships, even the people watching us now, they're thinking they're dating, but hao ndio wana date. Huyo mwingine ako single.
Here's a rule
Ama
of
there's a
thumb.
couple of you.
Here's a rule of thumb that I'll give you, and I have seen this to be true.
Yeah.
If the person you're dating is not the person you think about when you hear a love song, just know you're in the wrong relationship.
Word. That's true.
Yeah.
Or when you have any good memories, you see
Yeah.
something nice, you're like, oh, beautiful flower, and that's
Yeah.
not the person you...
Yeah.
You see good food.
Yeah.
Because if it's your person, you go like, hey, nani angekuwa hapa?
Yeah.
Tunapigia babe uko? Kuna kafood hapa nini?
Yeah.
Yani,
If that's not the, if yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it doesn't give you that feeling, it's not worth
Yeah.
it. It's not worth it.
So you went through the heartbreak alone as well.
Of course. who
Ikaongeza
else? Ni kama
depression.
heartbreak ni kama mimba, hakuna mtu anaweza kubebea.
Yeah.
Lazima
That's true.
maumivu ya penzi mtu hajigandi.
Ama ujikoni na maji moto.
Mtu hajikuni ama ujikoni na maji moto.
Yeah.
Kidum was right.
You went through it alone.
Yeah, you go through it alone.
This was the time where now you took yourself to hospital. Ama this was before ipia ulisoja on kulala tu.
Hii sasa sasa nilikaa kwa nyumba nikaanza mania shifting, the pendulum kept shifting now.
Yeah.
Mania depression. And then you go mania, boom, hospital.
Did you call anybody? Any friends, any workmates, anybody?
It's James. James, my best friend, has been with me. He's seen me. He's seen like the pendulum swing. Because James used to come to my place. Alikuwa aniletea food. You know, and he's like, "Hey, Kimani, I'm not even washing dishes in my house." Like you, let me tell you, boys. Check on your boys. If you go to their house and you find vyombo chafu kwa sink, ebu mwambie tuoshe hizi vyombo. Offer to clean the dishes and clean a few things in the house, clean up the house. Because if your house is messy, that's one of the signs that that's one of the signs that you might be depressed. If you're finding it hard to do chores, you know, like make your bed.
No, but we also have just people who are
dishes.
just lazy. Just got some lazy brothers around.
Well, that is if you, well, I think that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we just have lazy people.
But you will notice, if you're not that kind of person, and that happens to you, that's one of the signs that you might be depressed.
Okay. Went to hospital.
Yeah.
Finally, you took yourself.
No, I was taken to hospital by my parents.
Oh, you finally called mom and dad.
I think somebody called them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Somebody called them and they were like, I think Kimani is not okay. Come check on him. And they came. My dad came. He took me to hospital. Stayed there for about 2 months. Then left. Stayed for 6 months out. Went back again for 3 months. Left again for about 3 weeks. Went back again. Left again. Stayed in for 2 weeks. Left. Stayed out for a month. Went back again for 3 months. So I've been in and out of hospital for the last 2 years.
Okay. Yo, 2 years is a long time, bro, to be in hospital. Matembe, my injection, counseling.
Yes,
You're getting counseling.
counseling every day.
Do you feel like it's working?
Magic. Counseling is magic. It is magic.
Okay.
Dealing with your childhood traumas. There's one of my psychologists, because you sometimes you're seen by many psychologists.
Yeah.
One of my psychologists told me, go journal about your childhood traumas. Go write them down. And I went and wrote them down. I brought my mind to the point of focusing that we are going to do this. We are going to write about everything in my childhood that made me feel unloved, or anything that just made me feel so scared. And it something that just left me with a punch in the face. And I wrote about 8 of those things. And after writing about them, it was like magic. They were gone. It's like you face your fears. You see, when you fear something,
Yeah.
you should approach it. Yes. It's one of the reasons. It's your body trying to tell you, this is where your character is going to be best built. It's following the path of most resistance. That's where your success is. If you follow the path of least resistance, you're probably not going to end up at a good place. So when you're fearing, if you think about something and it scares you and you fear it, maybe you had a fight with your dad when you were 7 or 15,
Yeah.
and it left you feeling like your dad wasn't on your side. Go back to those days and think about that conversation and think about the impact it left on you. Because your dad will go on, you see, they don't know
Yeah.
they can't keep a record of all the things they have done to you as a child, because they raised you, and for them, that was their work to raise you. And for you, from your point of view, it's something serious. But from their point of view, it's just, why should we, it's normal to them.
Myself, my childhood trauma, if I start figuring it out now, I don't know.
Maybe you should, just journal about it.
Sometimes I always think I should actually. Yeah.
Yeah, journal. Journaling helps.
Yeah.
It helps. It will work like magic. In fact, if you can't afford to go for therapy, start journaling.
Just write them down.
Just write it down. Find a pen and a paper,
Okay.
and go sit somewhere. Write down those things.
Okay.
Approach it with all the courage. Say, there's this event that happened, because you know it. You know those events.
They are there, yeah.
They're there. If you pay enough attention to why you're angry at your parents, or why you don't get along with your sisters or your brothers, you will, if you pay attention to that, you're going to find that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, do you still have those episodes?
Of what?
Manic, maybe depression,
They
mood
haven't
swings.
They haven't come now, because I'm taking my meds.
For how long?
I was at the hospital today for my clinic, and the doctor was like, you should take it for about 2 months.
So they haven't
Two
come
more
for
months.
like how long? Like how long have you been, let's say clean, let's use the word.
Yes, I've been clean for 2 months.
Or for 2 months you've not had any weed,
No
cigarette,
weed, no cigarette,
alcohol,
no alcohol, no
and no manic
no
mood
drugs,
swings and anything?
no manic mood swings. No, the pendulum is very
You
stable.
just chill.
Yeah, I'm just very chill. Yeah.
This was the time when you started writing the
Yes, I started writing down.
business plan.
Yes, business plan. When I was in hospital, I was always writing.
Okay.
And these are some of the things that I wrote when I was in hospital. I was like, I planned. I was like, if I and that's the reason why I don't feel bad about going public about my story.
Okay.
Because I tried looking for solutions when I was in hospital, and I said, if I go to this person and this person and this person and this person and this person, and they don't offer me help, I just go public with my story.
Okay.
Yeah.
More batteries? Ah, yeah. Let's fix. Wow. Bro, that's something. And I was just thinking that right now, probably there are people here, you were in hospital, and they're thinking maybe it was a hospital like, let's say like a clinic of sorts or a normal ward. Some people are thinking it was like an asylum, you know, like where, you know, like Madare, okay? And some people are thinking...
I was in Madare. Yes. Madare is the best.
You're in Madare?
Yes.
For 2 years?
Yes.
So when you're saying hospital, you're talking about Madare?
I'm talking about Madare. Yes. It's a very good hospital. I don't know why people give Madare a bad rep, and it's so
Yeah.
bad. I'm like, you don't know how many people depend on that hospital for them to stay sane and to stay healed. Imagine, outside Madare,
Yeah.
one tablet of the drugs that I take cost 80 bob. 80 and 85 bob.
Uh-huh.
In Madare, they sell you at 50 bob, which is more affordable.
It's a bit
So the
discounted.
drug, yeah, it's discounted because it's government. I know people, we love to complain about the Kenyan government, but Madare is one of those things that they get
They've
right
done
because it works, and the systems are there. If you have been admitted, your clinics are free. So where are you going to see a psychiatrist for free?
So you basically,
you
you are
need
locked
one.
in there.
Yeah?
You are locked in the...
Yeah, there are wards, of course. Of course, you're restricted because you can't get out
Never
of the
got
ward.
tempted to run away?
No,
Never left?
no. There's some people who try, but
Wait, there's a time,
yeah.
now that you've spoken about this, you ever did a post when you're in Madare?
Yes.
You said, I think your mother and someone have locked you up. People
Yes,
should
that
come
was
save
last
you.
year. That was last year.
Yeah, because now I'm remembering there was a post to say, they've locked me up, come and save me. They're saying what?
Yeah, I was trying to. I had stayed in hospital for too long,
Okay.
and my parents want. They I think they had decided at that point that I had disturbed enough,
Okay.
but I figured, well, I need to get out of hospital, and I need people to know that I'm in hospital. So I borrowed a phone and I just tweeted about it.
Right now, looking back, do
Yeah.
you think it was a wise move? Because they wanted to help
No,
you,
it
but then you thought...
no, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things. Maybe it's gray in my mind.
Yeah.
It's one of those gray areas. I don't know if was it the right move. Maybe not. I don't know, because eventually I was going to get out because you don't stay in Madare forever. But then again, I started a conversation that should have been started, that we wouldn't be having such conversations
Yeah.
if I hadn't gone public with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 50-50 about it. I'm not, it's neither here nor there for me, but it's in the past anyway.
Okay.
Mm.
How did they take it though, your parents?
Well, they didn't. We've never talked about it.
Or people just
Yeah, we've never talked about it with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. Is the sound okay? Some guys are saying sound had an issue. So guys, if you have any questions that you want to give Kimani, this is the time to shoot them. And also the guys on TikTok are asking for us to pin the number so they can send something. We're going to give you the phone number in a few so that at least we can help him get back on his feet as well. But I wanted to ask,
Yeah.
now that you're here, looking back, what is that thing you're saying, I could have done this differently, or I couldn't have done this?
Looking back, I don't have such,
Okay.
because I'm an honest person. I like being honest,
Yeah.
and the thing about honesty is it saves you a lot of looking over your shoulder,
Okay.
because you know you did the right thing. You were always doing the right thing. You don't have to worry about the regrets, because you like, I don't have to look over my shoulder.
Okay.
I said my piece, whether somebody liked it or not, or
Yeah.
whether somebody found it to be controversial or not.
Okay.
You said your truth, and you did what you had to do. So whether people are okay with it or not,
Yeah.
you were honest with yourself. That's the most important thing. If you're honest with yourself and always true to yourself,
Yeah.
you don't have regrets. So I don't have any.
The weed, the alcohol, the cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't, even those bad things,
You don't have no
because
regrets.
bad things are good for you. Chaos is good for you. it's through chaos that you learn how to be resilient.
Yeah.
If you live in this safe space, safe environment where you're not doing drugs, or you're not sleeping outside, or you're not doing things that are going to making stupid decisions and learning from them, making dangerous mistakes and learning from them. The best thing, the most important thing is that you learn your lessons. Once you learn your lessons, you'll be good to go, because, well, you won't do the same thing again if you're wise enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jemo, come you pin the phone number here so that guys were sharing Kimani's phone number. Anything, send him. He says from 1 bob, 2 bob. Hata sumuni kama inaweza tumika na M-Pesa, just send him. We are trying to help boy child so that he can get back on his feet, so that at least life ianze. He has a company, he wants to start a few biasharas. Right now he's homeless, he's back to the ground. Let's try and build him up. So we're gonna pin his phone number. Then you can send anything. Actually, he's going back to Murang'a after this interview. Yeah. Sasa kama kuna mtu mwenye around Lavington Miale, unaenda Murang'a saa hizi tuchukule Kimani umpeleke hivyo, but also bring the okay, sorry. Yes, bring the questions. Where's the number? Okay, I'll say the number 0741 CK, if you can write it on the screen as well. 0741 954 681. It's a new number, eh?
Yeah, it's a new number.
Nilisema ile namba nyingine mtu alipewa.
Ile nyingine mtu alipewa.
0741 954 681. So pin it over there. There you go. Yeah. So guys are asking on YouTube.
Yes.
That you still look like you're in pain, you're still hurting. Mwiti Caroline. Is there truth to that statement?
I'm hurting from looking at me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hurting. I'm not hurting.
You're feeling like you've put out this strong face, like you're fine, but
no,
generally you're not. Yeah.
No, I'm not hiding anything.
Okay.
No. I'm emotionally, I'm doing fine.
Okay.
But it has taken a lot of work. Okay. So I know what it's like to not be okay.
Okay. Say, I love that the healed version of him. Okay. David Ngaran said, Obinna, give this guy kazi. So let me tell you guys an interesting turn of events. So when I reached out, can I read the deal I sent you?
Yes.
So this is what I sent. This is what I sent him. Hello, bruv. Stay strong. Hang in there. 2 things. 1, I can host you on my channel, Obinna TV. We see if we can help raise some money.
Yes.
2, we can see how you can come into the team and we make money and grow together.
Yes.
If this is possible and you see this, let's meet in Miale 72 Lounge in Lavington, Monday, 6 p.m. When you get there, find the manager, Jared. Ask him to call me up. We pick it up from there. So when I sent you this, I was in Kisumu. We're doing something with Mama Ida and the Kisumu Greening Initiative. Something about the environment. Salasia knows how to explain it better. You see what I did there? You see what I did? Yeah. But when I saw the thing, I was like, so we can see how we can infuse in the team. Yeah. So the idea that I had was I was going to talk to you on the side. But now since guys are putting me on the spot, do this. So I was going to talk to you on the side and see if you can join the team. I wanted to do the speed links, but now on ground with different things that are happening. Yeah. I don't know if that was something that you would have been interested in. So I was to have that conversation on the side, which we will still have either way. Yeah. Because now that's between me and you. Yeah. But also now that we've spoken for a while, I've realized maybe it might not be the best thing for you because you wanted to build your own company and there's a vision that you have. Yeah. Yes. Then also having worked at Citizen and Nation and Kenyans.co.ke, I might not be able to pay you that. Yeah. You see, because you've seen my team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 people. Yeah. So I might not be able to pay you that to say now let's, you know. Yeah. But later when you have a conversation on the side, we'll figure something out. Yeah, no problem. We'll see. Yeah, we never say never. Yeah. Maybe you can even decide and do your own channel and it's going to be big because now things are going digital. Yeah. And the money people are sending, probably you'll get a smartphone. Yeah. And you start from there. Yeah. Sindio? Yeah. David, stop spamming with that story for give Kazi. Ameandika, Obinna, give this girl. Tumeshanini. Okay, African child, calm down, we got you. There are people saying they love you, stay strong.
Thank you.
Anthony Muchemi, is Kimani ready psychologically to work or do a hustle?
Yeah.
You think you're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't give him somewhere to sleep till morning. Relax. Guys, relax. It's Obinna, bro. Who do you think I am? You unanibebanga aje. So he was to go, okay, so this is the backstory. So when he started the interview, he was to go to Muranga. You said you're going to leave by 9? So
Yeah,
that you don't
it's-
miss.
Yeah, but
Yes.
time is
So
fast spent.
when I saw 9 pitying in my head, I was just like, brother ain't going back to Muranga, but I'll tell you after the off air. It's not, because logically speaking, you can't go back to Muranga now. Yes. Sabina Joy bwana iko.
Iko?
Unajua Sabina Joy?
Unajua Sabina. Nani ajui Sabina Joy?
Unajua St. Joseph? Unataka kwenda kulala St. Joseph na hiyo pesa tumekuchangia wewe. All right. So guys, the number is on the screen. So let's send something. Winfred is saying we are praying for him. Much love. Winfred, don't just pray. Faith without action is dead. Tuma tukitu 50 bob, 10 bob to the number on the screen. The guys on the TikTok, are they there, James? Yeah. They're live. The guys on the TikTok, send Kimani anything that you have. So you talk to them, because now me I'm saying they're like Obinna way.
Oh yeah, please.
Just
whatever you have, however you can be able to support, I'll be very grateful. I needed to raise 200,000 shillings. That was the capital for the business. And in fact, I looked around and I asked myself, I have a debt of 1.7 million shillings, which now the bank has agreed to waiver to 1.2 million. So I'm not in a good credit. My credit score is very poor right now. I'm not gonna get that. So I'm not gonna go to a bank and ask for that money.
Yeah.
Friends and family, ask someone for 200,000 shillings. It's going to be virtually impossible to get that kind of money.
True.
So asking it from the public is how it's. But if 200,000 people just came together and sent 1 shilling, I have the 200,000 shillings I needed.
There you go.
And that's it. I'll be off the ground.
But even I was wondering, you said you have debts 1.7. How did you get that? Ilikuwa deni ya nini? Are you comfortable talking about it?
No.
Okay, cool. No problemo. Online writing skills on YouTube is saying, I can sort 5 months rent for 12K as he settles. So online writing skills, can you give us your number there so that we can write your number down and then he'll get in touch with you? Online writing skills, just write your number there, then I can write it down and then he can get a hold of you at least. Apo Rentico sorted. Erika Chebet, please give my hugs to him, Obi. Hey, where, Erika, where? Where? Shit, where? Holy Ghost, fire. Please give my, okay, may God see you through. Elizabeth Mungai, yes, God will see him through, but at the moment, we need kitu kidogo. You know, something small just for boy child. No matter how long it takes, God has his own ways. You're coming back more strong.
Thank you.
Naomi Jonathan, he needs 100% support. Thank you for talking out. Don't let anything lower your self-esteem. The journey of healing starts with ourselves. We learn to say goodbye to our problems and start over. Okay? Someone saying you can open a YouTube channel, they support you. That's Esi Mweni.
Thank you.
Are you looking that direction?
The Kimani Mbugua podcast, yes.
Kimani Mbugua podcast.
Yes, that is something that I'm going to. I produced season 1 last year,
Okay.
and now season 2 this year. It's part of the 200,000 shilling project.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you advise someone who might be going through the same thing, who doesn't want to wake up in the morning? That's aspiring polygons.
Hang in there. You can make it out. It's always darkest before dawn.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Okay.
Don't give up. Just if you don't feel like waking up in the morning, just try gather strength. You know, like that's why I love cinema and watching movies, because movies and they take us through a journey. You know, of the hero. The hero of the movie never has it smooth all through.
True.
They have low moments, extremely low moments,
Yeah.
and then they start getting back up again and again and again and again.
Okay.
Yeah. When you hit rock bottom,
Yeah.
the only way is up. you can only go
You're already
up.
at the bottom.
You're already at the
You
bottom.
can't go
There's
lower than
no
this.
further road down.
True.
So you get back up.
All right. Coolio. There you have it. And now, these are called to all the other men out there. It's okay for a man to cry.
Yeah.
Men also bleed. We also have our low moments, including myself. It's okay to talk about it. And for any man who's going through something, talk to somebody. Nimejua nasemanga kaa ngumu. Because ukiambia mabeshte, watakuchekelea, they'll dismiss you, nini. Hang in there and try and talk to somebody. Might be a stranger. But usijiwekele tu. Tunajua wanaume. No, time has passed where I used to hunt lions like that. Nowadays, killing lions is also even illegal. You just can't go kill lions like that. You know, you'll be prosecuted for that. All right? So for all the men who are going through a lot, hang in there. For all the women who are going through a lot as well, hang in there. The advantage of women, they share. Wanaingia
Yes.
salon wameongea, wameingia
Yeah.
nini? Si tumekaa tu, mtu ako na heartbreak lakini uko sawa, niko poa Morio.
Na jaba imetrend.
Jaba iko niko fit buda. Mama kwa just talk stories of mama. So just share so that we try and help each other. There are a couple of things I'm working on for boy child with due time or due course, you'll start to see. And when you see me campaigning towards sensitization about caring, supporting boy children, come through. Yes, for everybody who's watching, just support so that at least we start having a society, because most of our boys are lost. Like we started saying, we are hurting, we are broken, we are confused, we don't know what to do, and people are telling us, "Kaa strong, man. Mwanaume ni kukaa ngumu." So just let's try and come together and let's stop stigmatizing from heartbreaks to losing our jobs, to losing our houses, to every other thing, even gender-based violence towards men. Let's stop laughing at men. Mwanaume anakaa amepigwa na dem. Unapigwaje na dem? Nani amepigwa na dem? It's not funny. No man should lay hand on any woman. No woman should lay hand on any man. And let's keep talking about it. The more we talk about it, the more other people also know this is wrong. If you have drug addiction problems or any substance abuse problems or any other situation, we talk about it. Other people will be quiet, but they're listening and they're watching. My brother, thank you so much for coming through. What you've done is amazing. A lot of people are going to see the interviews you've done in various platforms. They're going to learn something. There are people here who are going to see this interview and like, wait a minute, this is me. I'm going this side. Like you're talking, I'll just see myself. Like when you spoke about journaling, the history and whatever. Kwani leo battery zenu zinaisha mara ngapi? Hamujajipanga? Hamuna budget za battery? Oni zangu. Oh wow, okay. Tuko live? Hebu check kama tuko live. Tuko live. So all those points nilikuwa nikidrop hapa hivyo zote zienda.
Like 15 seconds. Like 10 seconds.
Nimedrop my points nikasema boy child, nini. Yeah. So what I was saying is and now the sound is okay? It's good, eh? So thank you for being very nini about it. Someone is going to learn something.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about it, you're telling me how to write them down. I was like, by the way, I need to start writing down my childhood trauma because I have so much childhood trauma. In my various interviews, I've said, I have the relationship with my dad has been always shaky since childhood.
Yeah, me too. We've had very difficult moments.
Yeah.
But I realize that he's my dad and he's always going to be my dad. So
that's true.
You're not going to wake up one day and say he's not your dad. Like, you have to learn how to forgive.
I know.
And move past it.
I was in Kisumu over the weekend. Decided to go say hi to my dad. We haven't spoken for a while. The guy hugged me. I was like, okay.
He did?
Yeah, he hugged me. I was like, unajua hagile.
That's where we should start channel.
Yeah. So I realized I have a lot of.
Dear Dad.
Oh! Wewe nakuona sana. Yeah.
In fact, I think every man has a...
Ndani sound yako tena pia imeenda. Ni yangu ama ni yake? Aki guys, forgive us. Leo CK ameamua huku. Na watu wa TikTok wanapata sound. Ama ni watu tu wa YouTube. All right. Yo, that was something. So, we're actually wrapping up. But don't go anywhere because we have 2 more guests. Today we are giving you a full throttle. So next we have cartoon comedian. We're going to be talking about why she does not trust men, why she fears men, her career, her music career, and much more. We also have King Kalala. King Kalala is a beast.
I'm a big fan.
I'm also a big fan. She does not take no prisoners. Both men and women are having it. So we're going to be talking to King Kalala also in a bit. So stay tuned for that one. But for now, asante sana.
Thanks.
Muranga ni mbali. Kaza safari. Oh, you may change mind. Unaenda Obinna Joy. Yes. Any final words to the guys watching?
Yes.
To us, to the young guys watching, to yourself?
Yeah, I think we have a generational moment. We're going through a generational moment right now.
Okay.
And I know in most homes there are fights between young generations and the older generation. But I think we should all come together and say, let's not fight anymore. Let's be there for each other, because if we learn to go above our problems, you realize at one point my delusions were seeming like a very big thing, and then once I journaled and I went through them and I was like, wait, this is not even such a big problem. You know, you look at it from you give it a second and third thought. You're like, I'm carrying too much baggage that I don't need, and why do I need it? Why do I need to do all of this carrying of burdens in my heart? Yeah, just drop them and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah, let's learn to be forgiving. And for men, I'm also pro boy child. Not that I don't.
Yeah. It's not that you're against girl child.
I don't know. It's not that I'm against girl child, but men, as a man, or as men, we go through a lot, and that's why for me, I was like, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to show people what has happened in my life, just so that you can see. Today it's me. Today it's you. The last time I was working at Kenyans when people are contributing for Mosh, I was like, at that point, it was hard for me to understand how he could have gotten to that point. Yeah. But now I'm at that point, and I'm like, yes. Now you're not going to judge him. You're not going to judge people so harshly. So be easy. Let's be easy on each other.
Okay. Kimani is gonna be fine. Is he single? Asking for myself. Escola. Escola ni fisilet.
Yes, I'm single and yeah, I'm searching.
Na namba iko kwa screen. Fanya kazi gani? Mwiti Caroline anauliza tumefikisha 200k.
Tutaangalia. Nina charge simu, by the way. Yeah. If you call that number and it's off right now, the phone went off, but it's charging. After this, I'm going to be picking calls. Okay.
Hey, I'm Sheila. I want to expose my uncle. He's been using me, promising me a job from 2017, and he's like, I want to expose him. He's working with you in Kenya. I feel so bad. So, Sheila, I'll give it to you the hard way. Okay? Nobody owes you nothing. Okay? Not your uncle, not your parents. The minute you get to 18, one thing I learned the hard way, nobody owes you nothing. It's nothing personal. It's just life.
Life like that.
Life is just like that. So stop feeling like your uncle promised you a job he didn't give you. Probably he has a lot, or he's promised a lot of people. Nobody owes you nothing. When you have that in your mind, you'll be at peace. Bro, I know a lot of powerful people, but most of them have not done shit for me. And it's not that they can't, it's one phone call. Niaje, Obinna ABCD. And I'll be able to help a lot of many more orphans and do a lot of the charity jobs that I do. But they're just like, we're not gonna do it. But it's nothing personal. I'm not holding it to my heart. Why? Nobody owes you nothing. So Sheila, wachana na anko yako. Leo tuko kwa story ya ku-expose, and then Obinna Show si ya ku-expose watu. Inakuwa inspiration.
Expose watu hapa?
No. I don't thrive on negative news. Yeah. All right. This guy is intelligent. A Kikuyu who is fluent in English. Oh, English is a measure of intelligence. Wow. Kuna watu wamejoin interview late. So go back to the beginning. Kuna watu wanauliza, how did he get where the lady? So watch the interview, you'll get the whole drift. We spoke about everything. Thank you so much, my brother. Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Ulikuwa mwambia unataka kula nini?
Nilisikia kuna kuku.
Kuku. Miale special.
Miale special.
Yo, kuku kuna venye natengenezwa hapa miale. So my PA, miale special na ugali.
Ugali.
Tuna mukimo.
You just said.
I had to, bro. I had to, you know. Also, hakuna waru. Hakuna dhufu.
Kama hakuna gadhufu.
Hakuna gadhufu. Tukutengeneze kidogo. Hiyo ni dry. Yeah. So enjoy that one. And then we'll talk more baadaye. Since leo, awendi Muranga leo, si ndio? I know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the comments, the like, and the support. The number is on the screen. That's for Kimani. He's our boy, he's our brother. He's someone's son. He's a son of the soil. Send him anything. That kitu kidogo, you're 10, you're 20. Mtumie tuko na nambiko kwa screen. It's going to help him get on the ground, and then we start again. And we'll do this to many other people as well. And we come together, there's power in numbers. Next up, we have cartoon comedian. After cartoon comedian, we have King Kalala. Stay tuned for that one. I'll be back in a few.